Welcome to the fourth installment in our six-part series on transforming your business into a high-performance money machine using the Small Business Data Analysis Roadmap. My name is Rob Fernango, founder and owner of F1 Analytics, and I help energetic business people organize and streamline their critical processes to save time and achieve more success without having to become an expert analyst or coder. That's why I developed the Small Business Data Analysis Roadmap to help you turn your business into a high-performance money machine in 6 simple steps. If you haven't read my report, 6 Simple Steps to Turn Your Business into a High-Performance Money Machine, then be sure to get over to our website and download the report. The link is in the description section below. By signing up, you'll get my 36-page Small Business Data Analysis Roadmap absolutely free. You'll also get the tools shown in this video series for free so you can use them with the report and start making changes that impact your life immediately. Now let's go ahead and get started. In the last video, we took stock of the data sources and data elements available in your business processes that are capturing information you can use to track performance through your KPIs. In step 4, we're going to continue this exercise beyond specific data sources and data elements to take a closer look at the data management tools and analyses that are already being performed. While the data audit in step 3 was fairly detailed about data elements, processes, and some reference to the tools used to capture that information, step 4 is going to take a step back and get a higher level view. You'll be identifying all of the tools you currently use in your business and the metrics or analyses that are already being generated for you. This is different from cataloging the data sources and data elements in the previous step. In the data audit worksheet, we focused more on specific data elements captured during various processes. The data elements may have only represented individual components that could be used to calculate more meaningful metrics rather than being meaningful metrics on their own. Additionally, we focused on the processes during which the data was captured and left the data sources somewhat general, such as inventory management, sales database, or production systems. In the Tools and Analysis Audit Worksheet, we're going to focus more on specific data management tools we're using and the calculated metrics they might provide for your KPI dashboard. Sometimes it's also useful to think about and include KPIs that can easily be calculated from the data within a specific data management tool in this list. Examining the information at the level of each data management tool in your business will allow you to determine which KPIs you need to calculate from your data and which might already be calculated and be available for you to use. To help organize the information on data management tools and analyses, I've developed an Excel workbook called the Tool and Analysis Audit Worksheet, or TAW. This workbook will help you catalog up to 50 different metrics analyzed from each of up to 20 different data management tools for use in creating your KPI dashboard. There is a paper version of the workbook that you will receive with the download, but we're going to focus on the Excel workbook in this video. There are 3 worksheets in the workbook: Instructions, TAW Template, and Terms and Conditions. The instruction sheet provides written instructions on how to set up the workbook for your data management tools. Now, when I say data management tool, I want you to think more specifically than identifying the quote-unquote inventory management system or quote-unquote sales system. More specifically, I want you to think about a specific piece of software that you are using, a specific web application, or a specific form that you fill out that you're using. The key is to be specific enough that you and others in your business will know the specific tool you are referring to when you need to get an update on a metric from that tool. The process for setting up the TAW workbook is the same as we use for the process map worksheet, the KPI list worksheet, and the DAW workbook. Begin by listing each data management tool in the data management tool list on the instructions worksheet. The data management tool name should be 31 characters or less for the links in the workbook to work. If you need more than 10 tools, you can unprotect the workbook and expand the table as shown in previous videos. You will also need to make a copy of the TAW template worksheet for each data management tool, also as shown in the previous videos. I've included examples of our CRM and WooCommerce tools in the TAW sample workbook. In this case, I'm not referencing a specific CRM software like Salesforce because there's so many different options available. WooCommerce is perhaps the largest platform for e-commerce in use around the world and is a plugin for the WordPress content management system for websites. And so these examples are limited to illustrate the use of the TAW tool, and I expect that your business systems will be different from these. So focus on how I'm using these in the example rather than on any one specific metric or data management tool. On the CRM worksheet, I have included the name of the tool, date of documentation, and a description of the tool. In the process and analysis table, I've included a list of the business processes this tool interacts with, such as sales, forecasting, marketing, and customer service and support. I also include the specific sets of analyses that the CRM tool is used for. These include customer segmentation, sales forecasting, market analysis, service and support analysis to examine how well we deliver support to our clients, and channel analysis to examine where we're getting clients from. When you complete this table for your own data management tools, think about which business processes and analyses your tools are already engaged in and update the worksheet accordingly. In the metrics data table, I've included metric names, the desired direction of change, the calculation for the metric, and a plain language interpretation. Some of these metrics may not be labeled with specific names in your data management tools, and that's fine. You can look in the documentation for the tool to see if the developer provides a name for a particular metric, and if not, you can come up with your own. As long as you understand what information the metric is providing, the name is less relevant. You'll notice that some of these metrics, like purchase probability, cross-sell probability, and conversion rates, are relatively easy to calculate. They may be available as pre-calculated metrics in your CRM, or they may not be pre-calculated. If not, you will likely still have the information in the CRM tool for the individual components and can calculate the metrics yourself. Other metrics, such as sales projections and marketing return on ad spend, or ROAS, may be based on internal calculations of the data management tool and may not have a readily available algorithm. It's more important to understand the larger interpretation of the metrics than the nitty-gritty details. Document what you can and leave the questions of any of these other details as something to try to track down at a later time. The interpretation column should provide your plain language description of the metric and how you should interpret its meaning. Check the documentation of your data management tools if you're unsure how to interpret the measure, and if necessary, email or call customer support to ask for clarification. I've gone through a similar exercise with a hypothetical WooCommerce analytics dashboard, although I did not use every single metric that's supplied by WooCommerce. Rather, I included enough for you to understand how I'm constructing the documentation. There are a few aspects of these examples that you should recognize. First, it should be clear that the WooCommerce dashboard appears to be more descriptive in the data that's being compiled. It's not providing projections as estimates of future potential sales like our CRM did. This is important if sales forecasting is on your KPI list. WooCommerce, since it is the e-commerce engine of a website, is probably a good source for pulling data on past sales, but may not be the best for estimating future sales. Second, the WooCommerce analyses are focused on what was sold, how much, when, to whom, and for what price. In contrast, our CRM might include other data on the buyer's background and customer segments, as well as customer satisfaction scores. Understanding these critical distinctions will also be important when thinking about how to set up your KPI dashboard. Whatever data management tools you are using, the TAW is here to help you go through each tool systematically and to document what business processes the tool interacts with and which analyses the tools perform. Ultimately, you'll pull as much information as you can from your existing tools. Then, use the data elements available from various processes to calculate KPIs not already being calculated by the data management tools. Finally, you'll begin considering ways that you can capture data you don't have readily available in order to build out additional KPIs for your quality improvement efforts. The DAW and TAW will be really useful documents to have when you start this process of compiling KPIs to add to your dashboard. After reviewing this video and the TAW workbook, you should be ready to begin identifying your data management tools and the analyses that are already being performed in your business. In the next video, we'll begin pulling everything together to create your KPI dashboard and begin tracking the metrics that will help you streamline your business into a high-performance money-making machine. We're getting close to the end of our series, and you should already be considering the metrics you'll be able to include in your dashboard. After the next video, we'll be at the end of the series, and you will need to begin thinking about how you'll approach improving these processes. But that's a discussion we'll reserve for the last session. Remember, If you haven't read the 6 simple steps to turn your business into a high-performance money machine, then be sure to click the link in the description section below and get my 36-page small business data analysis roadmap and all of the tools shown in this video series absolutely free so you can get started immediately. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.